Commander Zalthor's mandibles clicked in amusement as the human delegation entered the Galactic Council chamber. The creatures walked on two legs, their soft bodies protected by nothing more than thin fabric. No exoskeleton, no protective scales, no bioluminescent warning patterns. Just pale, vulnerable skin stretched over fragile frames. "These are the beings that wish to join the council?" Zalthor asked, his voice dripping with disdain. Around the circular chamber, representatives from 47 species observed the newcomers with varying degrees of interest and skepticism. Ambassador Sarah Chen stood tall despite the weight of countless alien eyes upon her. She had expected this reception. Humanity always looked weak at first glance. "We are," she replied calmly, her translator device converting her words into the Council's common frequency. Counselor Vrex, a crystalline being from the high-gravity world of Thoraxis, chimed in with a sound like breaking glass. "Your species barely survived first contact with the Zephyr traders. Your ships are slow, your weapons primitive, your biology laughably delicate. We threw you a welcoming celebration," added Ambassador Krill, a methane-breathing arthropod. "And 3 of your people collapsed from our planet's atmospheric pressure. You couldn't even survive our hospitality." Laughter rippled through the chamber in various forms, chittering, humming, and subsonic vibrations. Sarah remained composed. "Perhaps we should discuss Earth's environmental specifications before making assumptions about human limitations." "Oh, this should be enlightening," Zalthor muttered. He gestured to the chamber's central holographic display. "Please educate us about your comfortable little world." Sarah nodded to her team. Lieutenant Marcos activated their data pad, and Earth's planetary information flooded the display. "Earth's atmospheric composition," Sarah began. 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen." The chamber fell silent. Absolutely silent. Counselor Vrex's crystalline structure began vibrating with what Sarah had learned to recognize as shock. 21%? That cannot be correct. Your translation matrix must be malfunctioning. "The reading is accurate," Sarah confirmed. But that's..." Zalthor's mandibles had stopped moving entirely. "Oxygen is corrosive. It's a highly reactive element. Most species can tolerate perhaps 3 to 5% in their atmosphere, with protective filters. You're telling us you evolved in an atmosphere that's 1/5 oxidizing agent?" "We did," Sarah said simply. "We breathe it constantly. Our cells require it for energy production." Ambassador Krill backed away from the human delegation, his mechanical translator crackling with distress. "You're walking chemical reactors. Every breath you take would strip the protective mucus from my respiratory spiracles." "There's more," Lieutenant Marcos added, expanding the data. "Earth's atmospheric pressure, 101.3 kilopascals at sea level." Another wave of shocked reactions cascaded through the chamber. Several delegates activated their personal shields. "That's insane," whispered a wispy ethereal from the low-pressure moon of Gossamer. "Our people would be crushed under such density. We exist comfortably at 12 kilopascals. And yet," Sarah continued, "humans have adapted to live at various altitudes. Some of our cities exist at reduced pressure, some at increased. We're remarkably flexible." Zalthor accessed his own databanks, his confidence visibly crumbling. "Your gravity, 9.8 meters per second squared. That's classified as a high-gravity world by galactic standards. Only 19 council species originate from worlds with gravity exceeding 8. 0. Our athletes compete under that gravity," Sarah said. "Our children play under it. Our elderly live full lives under it." The Thoraxian counselor, whose species prided themselves on evolving under crushing gravitational forces, recalculated something on their personal device. "Wait, your species doesn't just survive these conditions. According to your biological scans, you have redundant organs. 2 kidneys, 2 lungs. Your blood carries oxygen using iron-based hemoglobin, which means you're literally oxidizing metal inside your bodies with every heartbeat." "Correct," Sarah acknowledged. "And your temperature range?" asked a cryogen delegate, whose species existed comfortably at -40 degrees. Humans maintain an internal body temperature of approximately 37 degrees Celsius, Lieutenant Marcos reported. We can survive external temperatures ranging from -40 to +50 degrees with appropriate protection. That's a 90-degree operational range. The cryogen's voice scaled upward in pitch. Most species have a comfortable range of perhaps 20 degrees. Zalthor slumped in his hovering seat. Let me understand this correctly. You evolved on a high-gravity, high-pressure oxidizing world. You breathe one of the universe's most corrosive gases. You walk around in an environment that would kill most council species within minutes. And when you visited Krill's world and some of you collapsed, it wasn't because your world was too harsh, Sarah finished. It was because your atmospheric pressure was too low and your oxygen content too weak. Our people suffered from hypoxia and pressure sickness. You have a gentle world, Ambassador Krill. Too gentle for us. The silence that followed was profound. Finally, Counselor Vrex spoke, their crystalline voice subdued. We mocked you as weak. We saw your soft bodies and assumed fragility. But you're not weak. You're not delicate, you're... They paused, searching for the right term. You're survivors from a death world. We prefer to call it home, Sarah said with a slight smile. Zalthor's mandibles began clicking again, but this time not with amusement, with respect. I believe the Council owes humanity an apology. We confused gentleness with weakness. Your species chose diplomacy not because you feared conflict, but because you valued peace. That's correct, Commander. Tell me, Zalthor continued, his tone completely changed. If you can survive such an environment naturally, what are humans like when you actually try to be dangerous? Sarah's smile widened slightly. Let's hope the Council never has to find out. We came here seeking friends, not demonstrating why Earth has no apex predators except us. Around the chamber, 47 species reassessed everything they thought they knew about the soft-skinned bipeds who breathed fire and walked under crushing gravity as easily as others floated through gentle mists. The vote for humanity's council membership was unanimous. As the session concluded, Zalthor approached Sarah privately. Ambassador Chen, I must ask, why did you not simply tell us about Earth's conditions from the beginning? Sarah's expression grew thoughtful. Would you have believed us, Commander? Or would you have accused us of exaggeration and posturing? Sometimes the truth is more powerful when people discover it themselves. Zalthor's mandibles clicked in what Sarah had learned was the Zephyr equivalent of laughter. Wise words from a Deathworld diplomat. Humanity will be a valuable addition to the Council, though I suspect more than a few species will be filing requests to upgrade their atmospheric filters before attending meetings with you. We'll try not to breathe too aggressively, Sarah replied with a grin. As she left the chamber, Sarah reflected on the day's events. Humanity had finally earned its place among the stars, not through demonstrations of strength or advanced technology, but by simply being themselves. Sometimes the greatest power was surviving what others considered impossible and calling it ordinary. Earth's children had come home to the galaxy, and the galaxy would never look at soft skin and gentle eyes the same way again.